The history of the Athens School of Fine Arts, ASFA, virtually coincides with the history of the modern Greek state. The forerunner of the ASFA was the School of Arts, which was founded in 1837. Initially, the school operated only on Sundays and holidays, and accepted students regardless of their age and educational level. Its curriculum included sketching, mathematics, modeling, elements of architecture, and calligraphy. The school started accepting its first donations of educational material, books, etc., from donors abroad, mostly Philhellenes. In 1843, 13 years after the establishment of the independent Greek state, 3 different departments were founded within the school by royal decree. Sunday and Holiday School, Part-time School of Arts and Crafts, Daily Attendance School, Full-time School of Industrial Crafts, Higher School of Fine Arts, Full-time Higher Education School. The Higher School of Fine Arts became administratively independent in 1910, year when the first reference to the library is made, and subjects concerning its funding, administration, and organization are taken under consideration for the first time. In 1930, the school was accredited and established as an autonomous institution of higher education and received its current name of Athens School of Fine Arts. At the same time, all book and painting collections, which were about to become the very basis for the establishment of the School of Fine Arts Library, are detached from the School of Industrial Crafts Library. The Athens School of Fine Arts had run with only the Department of Visual Arts until 2006, year when the Department of Art Theory and History of Art was established as the second department within the school. At present, there are 2 undergraduate departments, the Department of Visual Arts and the Department of Art Theory and History of Art, as well as 4 postgraduate study programs. It must be noted that the evolution of the modern Greek art was determined by the School of Fine Arts evolution, since the majority of the 20th century Greek artists studied at the school, which was the only art school that had existed in Greece until 1984. Until 1995, the library was located in a space of 36 square meters in a historic building in the center of Athens. The building complex that currently houses the Athens School of Fine Arts was originally a factory, the Greek spinning and weaving mills that was producing woven textiles. The front buildings were built between the 1920s and 1930s with the introduction of neoclassical elements, while there was a second construction development in the 1950s with the addition of the Bauhaus modern-style buildings for the production facilities. The company was bankrupted, and the buildings were abandoned until 1992, when the Greek state bought them in order to host the Athens School of Fine Arts. In 1996, the library moved to its present location, the renovated industrial buildings, in an area of 630 square meters, and since November 2016, it has been operating in a building of a total area of 4,500 square meters, which was constructed by the well-known architectural practice Atelier 66, Susanna and Dimitris Antonakakis Architects. The library's interior space was designed by Dionysis Sotovikis Architectural and Creative Workshop. The library of the Athens School of Fine Arts is the oldest and largest fine arts library in Greece. Its main mission is to support the Institute's academic and research programs and to offer services that support the educational, teaching and research needs of the academic community. It additionally aims at contributing to the development of art education and reinforcing research in the area of history of art, with particular emphasis on modern Greek art, by providing its services outside the ASFA community as well. The evolution of the ASFA library has been influenced by the same key factors that have influenced the evolution of the school. For example, the school's study programs, the academic staff, and the available credit. A decisive factor for the management of the library's material, for example, the development of its collection and the classification system, was that the school used to be a one-department school until 2006. Thus, the classification system was adapted to the artists' particular research needs as well as to their way of using the library. However, the most important factor of all has always been the economic one. A great step for the development of the library had been achieved since the mid-1990s until 2006, when generous funding occurred, mainly from European resources. Some of the achievements of that creative period were: the number of staff increased from 3 to 12 people, the first digitization project in all Hellenic academic libraries, 600 engravings, 19 books, and 12 Greek art journals were digitized. The library led the effort of establishing the Hellenic Association of Art Libraries. 2 art library conferences, 1998 and 2008, and a 3-day meeting regarding policy for the preservation and maintenance of the library's collection were organized. Publications were made. The development of new user-oriented services, portal, current awareness system, e-reference. A remarkable increase of the collection, the creation of an audiovisual collection, modern technology hardware and equipment, and many more. The library's collection and services are structured as follows. Ground floor. Circulation and reference desk. Special collection. Amphitheater. Study spaces and PCs. Photographic reproduction room. Philosophy, religion, social and political sciences. Natural and applied sciences, geography, history. Mezzanine. Seminar room. First floor. Reference desk. Study spaces and PCs. Photocopy machine. All books about art. Artist monographs. Literature. Ancient Greek and Latin literature. Second floor. Christos Ioachimidis Library. Group work area. Our collection includes over 67,500 items on art and other complementary subjects, featuring critical and theoretical titles in art, humanities and social sciences subjects, a wide range of serials, and an important collection of audiovisual material and art-related TV recordings. All the aforementioned material can be accessed via the library's online catalog. Users and members of the library have also access to a wide variety of online resources, databases, and journals. Modern Greek art, monographs of modern artists, catalogues of Greek exhibitions, and material related to the ASFA's graduates are fully covered and form the collection's strong points. The development of the collection is achieved through purchases and donations. Purchases have been diminished due to the economic crisis, but thanks to the good cooperation we have developed over the years, as well as the credible management of our collection, there is a continuous supply of donations from museums, institutions, galleries, artists, and editors. 67,500 items, 450 magazine titles, 5,440 audiovisual items. Through the Hellenic Academic Libraries link, we provide access to 24,000 e-journals and to 115,500 electronic books. 17,730 artist monographs, 2,550 exhibition catalogues, 1,167 museum catalogues, 1,230 modern philosophy titles. Language coverage of the collection: 23,426 items in English, 23,235 items in Greek, 11,013 items in French, 3,888 items in German. In 2018, Christos Ioakimidis, the internationally renowned curator, donated his personal collection to the library. The said collection is currently hosted on the second floor, and it consists of 5,000 titles of books specialized in modern art, with an emphasis on 20th century art. The material has not yet been documented. The collection is closed to the public. The special collection includes old books from 1684 to 1925, valuable publications, special publications, art books, engravings, and printed ephemera. Editions of the 18th, 19th, and first quarter of the 20th century are included in the old books. In the valuable books, one can find rare as well as numbered publications, books of handmade paper and special printing, books containing original works of art, engravings, silkscreens, etc. And finally, books signed and dedicated by famous artists or writers. Indicatively, 19th century art journals, Christian Zervos Cahiers d'Art Journal, Dinkmiller as Egyptian and Ethiopian. The publication is of the highest quality. 600 engravings from the Louvre Museum. The personal library of the German Philhellene Professor Helmut von Steiner, who was a researcher and commentator of Plato. The personal library of the distinguished engraver and professor Yannis Kefalinos, who has been the school's director for many years, as well as 59 of his students' original engravings. 180 artist books and objects from the Art of the Book Laboratory of the School of Fine Arts. This year, the library launched its first exhibition of artists' books, and its goal is to organize temporary thematic exhibitions that draw on highlights from the library's special collections. The Historical Archive collection of the School of Fine Arts consists of school registers, conference proceedings, etc. It covers the chronological period from 1863 to 1975 and is the primary source of research in art and artistic education in Greece. Our users are the academic community and its alumni, researchers specialized in arts, students of other institutions of higher education in art, anyone who needs information about art subjects. All members of the academic community have the right to borrow books, and as of this year, the same goes for ASFA's graduates and other artists with an annual subscription. The number of enrolled library users has risen to 1,529. In 2018, 10,788 items were borrowed and 12,000 web visitor sessions were recorded. As mentioned above, serving the public of an art library has some particularities compared to other libraries. The majority of the artists prefer to stroll around the shelves or address their queries to the librarian instead of consulting the catalog. Their descriptions lack precision, as the material that interests them and from which they draw inspiration could be anything, and this can turn a simple question into a quest. In Picasso's words, the artist is a receptacle for emotions that come from all over the place, from the sky, from the earth, from a scrap of paper, from a passing shape, from a spider's web. That is why we must not discriminate between things. Services: loan, interlibrary loan, access to e-resources, educational seminars, library tours, search strategies, photocopying, printing and free scanning, subject guides, videos, course reading lists, research support and advice. We offer topic-driven and general library orientations for graduate and undergraduate classes. We collaborate with the academic staff in order to offer library seminars that suit the needs of each specific lesson, specializing in items the class focuses on each time. Every semester, the academic staff, in collaboration with the library staff, organizes a course reserve shelf in order to better support instruction of a specific course to students. Equipment: 12 computers, 3 scanners and 3 photocopy machines, 2 for black and white photocopies and 1 for colored photocopies, are available for public use within the library. As a result of the economic crisis which affected the country, there has been a decrease in the number of staff and the budget. Thus, from 2013 until 2018, there has been a reduction to the library staff from 12 to 4 people. At the end of 2018, they became 6, and at present, 2019, there are 8 people, 6 of which are librarians. The absence of a computer scientist is crucial for the development of technological services and the modernization of the library. As mentioned above, the most important factors determining the development of the services offered are the library's funding and staffing with specialized personnel. We search for funding in order to develop the digital services we lack and to fill in the gaps created due to the economic crisis in previous years. Our goals are to upgrade the library's management system and the library's site, to create an academic repository where all of the institute's intellectual output will be collected, documented and allocated, to digitize the historical archive and the ephemera collection with posters, invitations and press releases for art exhibitions, to develop a single platform for searching all the above digital material, to offer more specialized support to the research needs of our academic community, offering research data management seminars, visual and media literacy programs, and embedded literacy programs. To relaunch the conversation for the creation of a Hellenic Association of Art Libraries, and lastly, to create a mini-consortium for the purchase of specialized art databases. We hope we will be able to achieve these goals.